if your partner is not responding in time, it's because they're cheating. Because in the past, that's what happened. That's what narcissists do. The minute a narcissist starts to ghost you, you already know there's somebody else that they're with. What up, warriors? Welcome back to another segment of the Psychopath Exposure Show. My name is Kira. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in. Question came in that got my attention. Shout out to Lauren and Sally for responding. Lauren asks, is flirting cheating? Damn, Lauren, if you gotta ask. But before I look into this, let's see what Sally had to say. She said, it's very disrespectful. They are showing you that they don't have boundaries and don't respect yours. If they do that right in front of you, what do you think they're gonna do behind your back? I read that wrong. It's what do you think they are doing behind your back? Don't allow people in your life who treat you and others poorly. Thanks for that reply, Sally. Thanks for the question, Lauren. Lauren, it seems as if you need to, I don't know, maybe get validation. Like if maybe you're not clear on your own personal boundaries, your own personal morals. Not everybody considers flirting cheating. And some, actually quite a lot of people do. And that's okay. Everybody has different morals. I have mine. I have my points of view, and I'm going to share them. And but I'd like to explore the situation because without context, it's a harder question to ask. If you just met somebody, and they're a flirt, and they're flirting with you, aren't you going to think that they like you? More often than not, when a girl flirts with a man, the man thinks the girl likes him. And this is what happens, unfortunately, at restaurants. Cute servers flirting with everybody at the table, and the guys think, oh, she likes me, and they give her a bigger tip or something like that. And you have to understand, she's just doing her job. It doesn't mean that they like you, but she is flirting with you. It depends, obviously. It happens more often at bars, not fancy restaurants, but they know how to work the table. They know how to get their tips. Still, you meet someone out and about and they're flirting, you're going to think that they like you. That's usually how conversations get a little escalated in a good way, takes it to the next level. But when you're in a relationship, in a supposedly monogamous relationship, and your partner's out there flirting, how does that make you feel? How does it make you feel? If you know that flirting eventually can end up in sex, so your partner's out there flirting, what do you think is going to happen? How does it make you feel? Do you feel disrespected? Do you feel as if your partner is out there looking to get in bed with somebody else? Do you think they're out there trying to groom someone? If they're a narcissist? Do you think they're just doing that to boost their own ego? Are they just naturally a flirt? At the end of the day, guys, I tell everybody in my coaching program, you need to really come to terms with your moral code and define all of these things so that you don't have to ask in a community, is flirting cheating? You should already know what you consider it. Some people use the term micro-cheating. I've been hearing that a lot lately. We got social media, you got Instagram, you got TikTok, and it's full of what we call thoughts. And they're just there shaking their boobs and shaking their butt on screen. They're like thirst traps. And dudes will be flicking and flicking and flicking and just consuming that type of content. I've been guilty of that too. Some of you ladies do it too, and you watch it. Let's just be real. Some people consider that micro cheating. If you're looking at other guys or other girls on your phone and you're liking pictures of other men and women that are not your significant other, that's also considered cheating. And nowadays, you know what? You really have to look at that. And it's so easy to cheat nowadays through social media. It's very easy. You like a picture of somebody and next thing you know, they're sliding into your DMs. So you have to understand and you have to set those boundaries. You can't be a fool. You know one thing leads to another. You know one thing leads to another. So at the end of the day, again, it's up to you. Are you also doing stuff on your phone? Is it okay to leave comments? If you're married, if you're a woman and you're married, you think it's cool to be liking other men's pictures and leaving comments and flirting with them, and it's okay if your man does it too. Maybe you guys have an understanding like that and both of you are not jealous. If the relationship works, if you guys are not jealous and you're building and you're growing, who am I to tell you if it's cheating or not? Who am I to tell you to condemn your partner? You got to take a look at your relationship. You got to take a look at how it makes you feel. If you're 100% loyal in every possible way and you wouldn't even look at somebody else when you're out and about, which is quite admirable, and your partner is out there breaking neck every time y'all go out, how do you feel? How does that make you feel? I mean, yeah, it's very disrespectful. It really is. A lot of you are married. You've been married for a long time. This is not a question that you should even be asking, because you know damn well that it's just not something that people with strong boundaries would tolerate. It's like you have no business flirting with somebody else like that if you're in a relationship. But there's people from all walks of life. There are celebrities, there are rock stars, there are journalists. There are so many types of careers where you have to be involved in the media, you have to be involved in a lot of parties, and you're talking to a lot of people, and sometimes you get interviewed and you make a little remark and the person interviewing flirts with you a little bit. If you're a guy, you blush and you flirt back, or vice versa. If you can't handle that, then that person is not a good fit for you. That's another thing. Some people are just so desperate to be in a relationship, so desperate to have somebody, to have a significant other, to want to start a family. And you end up connecting with somebody that, even though the chemistry is great, the communication is great, right? The intimacy is great, your conversations, the things you like to do, your outlooks on life, your political views, everything is aligned. And for some reason, the logistics just don't work. Or the career choice that they happen to be in just doesn't work. And this doesn't have to be an extravagant career. You could be a doctor, you could be a cop. You're always on call, you have to take off at 3 in the morning, you can't have a normal relationship. It's not just about the rock stars and the Hollywood celebrities that we're talking about here. Some very, very admirable, I shouldn't say very, I don't know why I'm going to break this video just to say we should all make an effort to reduce the amount of times we say the word very. It is just poor, low-level 5th grade grammar. Anyway, that's a side tangent. No matter what career you are, you shouldn't be judging. Doesn't matter what it is. If it doesn't align with your schedule, if the logistics are broken, it's going to be very, very, there I go again with the very. It's going to be extremely difficult in the long run for that relationship to work. In the long run. Depending on what your goals are, depending on how much you need to have your partner around, How much do you need to be around your partner? How much do you need your partner to call you? How often do you need your partner to call you and check in with you and reply to your texts? If you're the type of person that's very clingy and needy, and yes, that could be also a bad character trait, but sometimes it just comes from a place of love. Sometimes it comes from a place of, whatever tragic past you had, and you feel that if your partner is not responding in time, it's because they're cheating. Because in the past, that's what happened. That's what narcissists do. The minute a narcissist starts to ghost you, you already know there's somebody else that they're with. So sometimes you need your partner to just respond to you within a reasonable amount of time, and you got to set those boundaries clear. And if they're not able to do it, if they are operating on another human being, and you're home with your traumas and your anxieties because why hasn't he responded? Those are some things you got to work through. Those are some things you got to work through. But if in the break of day, y'all are out there at a restaurant having a nice time on a Sunday, and your partner is just up and flirting with the server, with the host, with strangers that you just meet randomly, people are having ice cream, you're waiting in line to get ice cream at the ice cream parlor, and they just strike up a conversation with somebody from the opposite sex and they're just flirting with them too. How does that make you feel? Do you think that's acceptable behavior? Do you not think that that's a little bit disrespectful? If they're doing that in front of you, like Sally said, what do you think they're doing behind your back? It's possible that they're not doing anything behind your back. They're just a natural flirt, but they're not going to cross that line as far as actually taking it somewhere. But if you're watching videos like this already, this is an anti-narcissist channel. If you're watching videos here, it's because you've already been going through a nightmare of a situation with your entangled, possibly narcissistic partner. And you're not clear on what exactly flirting and cheating means. So if you're asking that question in an anti-narcissist community where we spend most of the time talking about liars and cheaters and manipulators, abusers and traitors, then I'm willing to bet that if your partner's flirting and if that's a concern, they're probably cheating on you. Now again, you're only asking, you didn't even say that you're talking about your partner. For all we know, you're the one that's flirting and you're being accused of cheating and you want some clarity. My answer remains the same. It's a case-by-case basis. It depends on your morals. It depends on your outlook on life. If just flirting and not touching and not kissing and not exchanging phone numbers and not going on a date, you're just casually flirting for the sake of dumbing this down, and it is what it is. But if your partner considers flirting a deal breaker, a boundary breaker, then they have every right to end that relationship. And you shouldn't want to stay in a relationship where you guys are not a good fit for each other. If your boundaries just differ too much, for whatever reason, it doesn't mean their boundaries are right or wrong. You're not a good fit. You're trying to fit a square into a circle. It's just not going to work. So that's my take on that. Let me know what you guys think about flirting and cheating. Where do you draw the line? Let me know in the comments below where you guys feel the line should be drawn. Should it be completely no flirting whatsoever, not even casual, not even with the hostess, just nothing? Or do you think there's some leeway? And how far is it? Do you believe in micromanaging? Do you think liking pictures of the opposite sex on social media is cheating? Is that a deal breaker? Let me know your thoughts. But till then, thanks for tuning in, guys. If you liked the video, drop a like. That does not mean you're flirting. Or does it? I don't know. But my name is still Kira, and this is still Psychopath Exposure, and I will still see you in the next video.